Well guys, in my opinion, the third episode of Moon Knight was the best so far. It giving us plenty of interesting twists, turns, and additional new info on the characters and where the MCU currently stands in terms of what is going on with these gods in this corner of the universe. So let's talk about all of that. So this is one of those episodes that does in the first half take its time. We get a little bit more time with the characters. We get to spend a little bit more time getting to know this different version of the Marvel Universe. We get to see a little bit more of Egypt. We get a little bit more lore, if you will, in relation to this new corner of the universe, and specifically how we're going to sort of start to see a almost working relationship between Mark and Steven, which I really did appreciate in this episode, them finally kind of acknowledging, hey, maybe if everybody's going to get along here, they kind of got to work together. The interesting thing here is at one point we do see that the third personality, Jake, does end up rearing his head, and both Mark Spector and Stephen Grant are confused. They still don't know that a third one exists, so it looks like this might be the first time he's ever shown himself, which is really interesting. On top of that, in this episode, we get a little bit more about the whole world-building aspect of, let's say, ancient Egypt and collecting and things like that. Like, they get into little bits of what's going on currently in the status of the world that relates to everything that has to do with the ancient gods. And even on Mark's side, he goes in front of the gods because Khonshu is breaking the rules. He ends up making an eclipse out of nowhere, which is forbidden. The gods should not be messing, and they should not be showing themselves that they are real and that they have these powers. So Mark is brought in front of gods, and he's pretty much got to plead his case. Arthur is also brought up there, but they honestly don't want to believe Mark. They believe he's just lying because of the multiple personalities in him. And they play around with this, and by the end of the episode, we realize that not everything is as it seems, and there's definitely a more sinister plan that Arthur is after that looks like it could be the destruction of everything if he has his way. And the way they kind of put this all together, the way that they involve this whole Egyptian mystery that still has yet to unravel, of course, over the course of the next 3 episodes, and how the gods are going to be perceived, and are they going to make themselves more known? Are they going to end up helping Mark or Steven or possibly even Jake is going to be interesting to see if they come and work together as well in terms of their different personalities and what each one has to offer. Like, there was a lot going on in this episode that I just cannot wait to talk about it more. Of course, if you guys would be interested in that, we are going to have our audio commentary. A lot of people are loving these because we're going into so much detail and talking about so much as it relates to the gods, Egypt, and everything else. Hopefully we see you guys there. And until next time, have a good one.